Hey everyone, so I just completed my first week of nursing school, so I wanted to follow up and do a little update on how that went. So, a lot happened this week, even though it didn't feel like a lot when it was happening because the first couple of days went by very slow. So the first day we just went over like the syllabi and the nursing handbook and that type of stuff, handed in files and signed our life away, that type of thing. Um, what you'd expect on the first day. And then they also went over all the ways we could fail, which would be they do not round up, so like a 79.99 is failing. Um, and then you don't like get boosted up to an 80, which 80 is passing. And then if you do not get an 80 or above on a test in my program, the assignments that you did between that test and the last test that you took do not count, so that doesn't even help boost up your grade, and you need to have an 80 or above to pass. And then we found out that like most of the second year people that are in there now failed, and then they're letting them retake that like their second year for free, I guess. And so that was kind of intimidating because they're telling us all the ways we can fail and how difficult it's going to be, but it's just going to have to be what we deal with and get through the next 2 years. So the second and third day, all we did was go over the critical thinking in the nursing process out of our textbook, and we used the Elsevier package, and so this is our textbook. And so we were going over chapters 4 through 9. We had to read that by Tuesday, so we had Sunday and Monday to read all the chapters and whatnot. And then we also learned how to do the nursing diagnosis process, which was really cool learning about that, because it was like interactive and it wasn't just like reading out of the book or looking at the PowerPoint or whatnot. And so it's cool to see like how nurses like go through the diagnosis process, and it's different than the medical diagnosis and that sort of thing. And then today was the day we were all looking forward to because we got to wear our scrubs. And they basically just wanted us to wear scrubs so that they could see if we were in dress code. So all of our hair had to be up off our uniform, out of our face, back. The only piercings that girls could have are small little studded earrings. So if you had nose piercings or extra piercings or dangly earrings, you couldn't have that. And we had to have like white socks and our white shoes and all that good stuff. And no tattoos that could be visible. Like our program is very strict with that, and I'm sure that a lot of the other ones are. We also went over HIPAA, which I'm sure most of you know is like the patient privacy, and they're very strict with that, and they went over that. We went over logging into our Evolve account, which is with the Elsevier, which if your program does this and you know about it, it is like super cool because they have like a whole bunch of online practice that like is like NCLEX style questions, and like doing clinical like diagnosis and stuff like that. Like they have everything on there. So I thought that was super cool going over that today, and I'm actually excited to start studying this weekend with it. And we went over patient safety, and then we also got our lab bags, which everyone in my program got like the same exact bag. And so I went to Target today, like right after class, and got some ribbon so I know it's mine, and then also wrote my name on the name tag and stuff. But in there is just basically stuff that we'll be going over in clinicals, or labs rather. So like a wound care kit, catheter thing, a blood pressure cuff, which I'm excited to start learning how to take blood pressure. We start that next week. So yeah, we just basically went over like how the program is going to go and how our weeks are going to go, which every week is going to be sort of different with our schedule, but for the most part we have tests on Mondays, and then class Tuesday through Wednesday's lecture, and Thursday and Friday we have lab and clinical or whatever we're doing. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful in preparing you guys for what your first week will look like. I know not all the programs are like identical and all that, but hopefully this will give you an idea of what to expect going into it. You're gonna right off the bat be reading and doing work and taking notes, I'm pretty sure, in every program that you do. So just expect that and start a study group. I already started a study group this week with 3 other girls in my class, and so we started studying and going over stuff. And our school also has another campus for the nursing program, and we have the same exact tests, but they just have a different, obviously they have different professors, so we know several of the girls over there, so we got with them to find out how their teaching styles are and like what resources they're using, and kind of just combining it all so that we can have the best, all of it, because it's all the information that we're going to be on the tests. So I highly recommend going ahead and finding a good study group that you're going to be in. One last thing that I'm sure you might come across is I like chewing gum, like, a lot. It helps me focus, and like if I'm hungry, it helps me hold me over and stuff. And the day, I think it was the first day, actually it was the second day, I had gum in my mouth and I was chewing gum, and then they started going over how they don't like gum being chewed, and if we're in uniform, we are not to be chewing gum, and no nurses should chew gum and all that type of stuff. So I went ahead and got some mints because I like to have, like, it just help, like, you know how some things like help you study or remember stuff, like, I don't know, I don't even know how that all works, but I think it's cool, and I just like having something to do other than just like staring at the board or wall. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It's been a long week. But anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I want to know how your first week of nursing went. So let me know below, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll try to answer them. Have a good day, guys.